The zebra mussel is native to the waters of the Black and Caspian Seas. There, the small mussel prospers but is kept in check by a variety of predators. However, when this small animal arrived in Lake St. Clair in 1986, it became the predator. Riding in the ballast water of a cargo ship, the zebra mussel has found the United States a land of opportunity. It took less than a year for our new immigrant to infect over 100 Michigan lakes. And free from their natural enemies, the small invaders have since spread from the Great Lakes to over 20 states. The damage so far has been staggering as these mussels are attracted to fast-flowing water. In some cases, zebra mussels have colonized the interior surface of water intake pipes, requiring millions of dollars in repairs to restore a municipal water system. They also seek smaller moving water environments. More than one Midwest boat motor has been replaced on account of zebra mussels. The potential damage to our western states could be staggering, not just affecting our recreation, but clogging the turbines at our hydroelectric power plants and other water-using industries. Simply put, there is no way to eliminate zebra mussel populations once they become residents of a lake or river. Therefore, controlling the movement of contaminated boats appears to be a major means of preventing their spread from infested waters.
This is where your expertise as boat inspectors will create a line of defense. Many boat owners, and even commercial haulers, would want to believe that a vessel that's out of the water for several days, being towed through either warm or freezing air, will eliminate plant and animal hitchhikers. That just isn't true. A zebra mussel can survive out of the water for a long period of time, especially when it's protected by the structural features of a boat or trailer. Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Officer Mike Williams of the Washington State Patrol is here in this boatyard today to give you an overview of some of the situations that you might encounter in a day's work.
This is a twin outboard craft. Looks clean. Let's take a closer look. Sometimes we don't have a lot of time to inspect these boats, so what you want to do is look at the obvious hidden areas. Check the trim tabs by checking where all the hinges are, the pistons. Check underneath, because there's a lot of hidden areas that they can be under there. Run your hand along the back sides. Just feel along. You might not see them, but you'll feel them. Any crevice, you want to just run your hands along. Take a peek with a flashlight or so, just to make sure they're not there. Once you're done checking the trim tabs, you want to run your hand along the bottoms and make sure you don't feel anything. Take your flashlight, look inside any drain holes, stick your fingers in there, rub your hands all along the bottom. A lot of times you might not see them, but you'll feel them. They're about as small as a sesame seed. After checking the back, check the prop. Look on the exhaust, make sure there's nothing in there. Check on the prop, make sure there's nothing around there. Any crevices along the bottom, just run your hands. Again, just take another look with the flashlight that the steam cleaner possibly missed. After you're doing the prop, you want to come up, look at any crevices, any holes that the steam cleaner possibly didn't get into. Check inside here by the motor mounts. Just run your hand, take a peek anywhere that like I said again, the power washer didn't get. This is an inboard, which is a little different than the outboard inspections, but you still want to inspect the trim tabs. Any crevices along the trim tabs, on the pistons, just run your hand along, look inside any of the crevices. Now they have exhaust ports on some of these, so you're going to want to run your hands inside here with the flashlight, take a peek, and any other holes that might be on the bottom underneath the water line. Just run your hand alongside, because a lot of times you won't be able to see them. After checking the rear, don't forget to check the prop. Run your hand up and down it, alongside it, on the input shaft, run it all the way up. Then there's a deep crevice in here. You want to take your flashlight, because they could easily hide up in there. Then there's an input section here that also could contain some zebra mussels, so you want to take a good peek up in there and also run your hand along the bottom too. Here we have a nice clean looking inboard outboard. Until we get to the stern, then we have something else. This is a prime example of what it could look like with zebra mussels. These are just normal mussels, how small they are, the little crevices they get in. They get all over the back engine, on the steering components, all over the props. I want to take a closer look inside. In bigger areas, they actually get a little bigger. If we take a closer look over here, you'll see why this trim tab is sagging. Take a close look underneath here. This is a fixed keel sailboat. What you want to do is take your hands, rub your hands all along the bottom, down on the keel, take a look there, take a look on the prop, rub around there, on the prop shaft. Then there's also a little opening gap in here. You want to take a peek with your flashlight, make sure there's nothing there. From there, we'll go to the rudder. The rudder, there's a nice gap in here. They like to coagulate through there. And any openings above and below the water line. Stick your finger in, take your flashlight, rub along the bottom, just take a good look. This is another version of a sailboat with a retractable keel. And this keel actually goes up into a housing. So you're going to want to take a close look in this crevice here to make sure there's no zebra mussels. Make sure seaweed like this doesn't have it on there also.
Even if you don't find any zebra mussels when you inspect a boat, your inspections are still going to benefit many of our lakes and waterways because you're going to have an opportunity to spot other potential dangers, other species that perhaps are on a vessel, aquatic plants. So your inspections are important. The transplanting of aquatic plants from one lake to the next often occurs with the movement of recreational boats. And while laws concerning boat trailers and aquatic plants vary between the states, at the very least, the inspection team has the opportunity to prevent further environmental damage by spotting and perhaps asking people to clean their boats. Remember, a large part of our role includes educating the public about the threats that are posed by these invaders. We hope that this short video has been helpful because careful inspection is the key to stopping the spread of zebra mussels and other aquatic invaders.